Hi, Cielle. We're here to talk about your kitchen written assignment, and we're going to be recording this on my Acer Chromebook, which is perfectly legal and a very nice product. Thank you so much. All right, seriously though, we're going to start with your interactive oral reflective statement, which I copied and pasted for you into your written assignment. And once we talk about the reflective statement, we'll go over the essay. Once we go over the essay, I'll show you the scores that I think you would get right now. Okay? So, to start with, this statement is great. Through the interactive oral, I learned about the culture and history of Japan, as well as themes within kitchen. Sweet. We will want to say that again, this through the interactive oral, probably one more time at least here at the beginning of this paragraph.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think you have another paragraph. So at the beginning of each paragraph, definitely want to restate that just to emphasize you learned it in the interactive oral. Now, this part in yellow, I think, while true in many ways, and I know they talked about it, is a little distracting. I think you could just start right here. After World War II, gender equality became a major issue, and that's kind of where we begin.
Okay.
This is, again, you could just kind of end it right here. This explains why Eriko, the transgender mother of Yuichi, could have owned a gay bar, period. Generally publicly accepted just kind of raises the, it's like, well, where was it not publicly accepted?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it just starts opening a can. When large cultural changes occurs, there are always going to be antagonists. I don't think we need that either.
Okay.
I'll just take that out about the murder. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
Maybe make a new paragraph here about the technology.
Okay.
And because we've taken out some, probably 30 words, you could give us another example of specifically what kind of technology is there. And this is just simply a jot and tittle, but it's due to this economic change.
Okay.
We don't need the adverb form there. The reason I put this in blue is, and you don't have to agree with me, and I could be wrong, but it seems like the leisure activities, you might want to tie that to dining or eating.
Okay.
And not
like spending time, like becoming closer, like.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the reason those two examples, I think the primary reason they're both so close is because there's nobody else, rather than the fact that they're like going out and hanging out. Okay. Last but not least, maybe move this up to the beginning of this paragraph. I also learned through the interactive oral that death and existentialism are both themes in kitchen, and the death rituals are part of how that works.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just for emphasis. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Is this graded? The reflection? Like, is this a grade?
For the written assignment, or for the class, or what?
For this. This is my reflection, right?
Yeah, it's criterion A. Last time I didn't grade it. I just gave everybody a 3 for the stranger one. For this one, it's out of 3 points, and I'm just giving everybody the score that I think it would get.
So like the reflection is part of like the grade now.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now.
What did I get in the?
Well, I'm gonna tell you at the end. Okay. I'm going to tell you at the end so that you're not worried about it right now. I found that some people have grade shock and they lose their ability to focus on what's at hand. All right, so how do the characters in Kitchen find peace after grief? We don't need throughout the book. That's a given.
Okay.
And we get a little verbose here in the introduction.
I got really excited.
Yeah, yeah, and that's cool. I like vocabulary too.
I don't even think that makes sense.
I don't think it does either. So
I don't know. What word that was like.
I think you could just end it right here, right?
Okay.
Kitchen is a novella by Japanese author Banana Hashimoto. It is the story. Two souls. I'm like, wow.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Cue the music. Moonlight Shadow. Dealing with the aftermath of death. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, your introduction is a little slow starter, but yeah, I like this. Throughout the story of Kitchen, Mikage and Yuichi grieve the deaths of their loved ones in separate ways at different points. They find comfort in supporting each other. Okay. Clear, concise, accurate.
Okay.
Good. That's good. But the issue is that's not quite our thesis. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to take these two paragraphs and kind of mash them together, so that what we have is in Kitchen, a novel by Japanese author Banana Hashimoto. She shows the 5 stages of grief, or her characters go through what can be seen as the 5 stages of grief, and yeah. Okay. The first thing that we need to do as well, up in that introduction somewhere,
Put
is
the
just
Kubler-Ross
state what
the
those
5
5
stages.
stages are.
Okay.
Not the big description, just denial, anger, sadness. I don't know them by heart, but anyway.
Okay.
And then acceptance, right?
Mhm.
But we want those kind of laid out.
Denial, anger. What's the one? Where it's
Depression?
like, no, it's like you're trying to like bargaining.
Oh, yeah.
Acceptance or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. Because what we're trying to do is you have 1,518 words here.
I'm trying to get it down.
You're 18 words over. That automatically takes 2 points off your organization and development score.
Okay.
And that's 2 points we don't ever, no. Never in a million years would I let one of my students lose 2 points over something like that.
Okay.
So we're cutting, obviously. And in the process of cutting,
You need to cut out like one sentence then, right?
well, just for 18 words, but
Yeah.
in terms of the revision, I think it's more global than that, because we can cut a lot of this first paragraph. We can really trim that down and bring in the second paragraph. Okay.
Yeah.
And after we use this introductory phrase from Kubler-Ross, we're really not going to give too many more descriptions of those stages. We don't need to give much on that.
So should I just say what the 5 stages are in the beginning, and then I should just like?
Yeah, and then just refer to them. I think the only one that we really need to highlight is down here with the acceptance. And I think it's important because this phase is marked by withdrawal and calm. It's not a period of happiness, but it must be distinguished from depression. I think that's crucial for what you do here in this example, which is good. But otherwise, I think the anger, the grief, depression, you can just say them, okay? So this is highlighted in yellow because it's such a long quote. If we are dealing with shock, I just drifted listless. That's enough.
Okay.
Steeped in a sadness so great I could barely cry. That's enough.
Okay.
We don't need that
So
chunk.
can I just do like the little like brackets with the dot dot dot?
You could, or you could just keep it right here. Right?
Yeah.
Just use that.
Yep.
And then her emotions. And instead of saying after the passing of loved one can be compared to the first stage of grief, the loss of her grandmother
Mm-hmm.
has resulted in grief, isolation, and depression.
Okay.
Boom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really it. And I mean, we've really tightened the focus. We've highlighted your understanding. We've highlighted, and what we need to highlight then is Yoshimoto shows this depression.
Mm-hmm.
You need to use those words. Or Yoshimoto highlights Mikage's depression and then give the scene.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because that really is what.
The author's choice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that does so much to improve so many elements of those criterion. Okay.
Yep.
All right. This is good. All of this is good. More like this. Mikage experiences the second stage of grief, anger, when she's riding the bus leaving her apartment that she shared with her grandmother for the last time. That's a beautiful one-sentence summary with analysis combined,
Mm-hmm.
followed by a great quote.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do a wonderful job of pulling out what is really important for your analysis here, which is her envy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
Brava. Okay? If you can try to do that for each of those 5 stages of grief, this paper is going to be
Okay.
phenomenal.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you start to hit your stride around here.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the formatting is probably the transference into a Google Doc,
Yeah.
I imagine.
I think it's from the book too. Like the book messed it up, and then I tried to fix it because like when you copy and paste from the book,
Oh,
it's like
from
really
the-
weird. Yeah, from the
Okay.
PDF.
Okay.
So then like
All right.
I tried
Sure.
to like fix it, but
Okay. And then I think down here, this last paragraph, we could use some more development. And this,
should I say like should I talk about Yoshimoto instead of
exactly.
okay?
Exactly. It's precisely what I was going to say.
Okay.
Because Yoshimoto uses the first person narrator,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to know if Yuichi has reached acceptance by the end of the book.
Okay.
But you could follow that with, however, Mikage's description of Yuichi suggests that he has,
Okay.
right? And that's the screen down here,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. So, kind of this interim part, I think, not as necessary. And again, you don't have to develop each example of Yuichi's stages as, I mean, it doesn't have to be equal. You don't have to have like Mikage, Yuichi, like
Mm-hmm.
equal analysis of each. You can
Mhm.
focus primarily on Mikage, which you've done, which is good. So that will also help give you a little room and highlight again the author's choices with the first person narrator, the way she's describing it, this sparkling smile,
Mm-hmm.
good stuff.
Thanks.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, great potential. Don't freak out.
That's really bad.
No, it's not. this is what brings it down. It's 18 words over. So I'm just saying, you know, just so you know, okay?
What are these out of?
Okay, so A, reflective statements out of 3. It's somewhere between a 1 and a 2. I'll put it in as a 2 for now, just as it is, just cause. But it's some of those parts that I've got in yellow kind of drag it down a little.
Check.
All right, knowledge and understanding is great. I mean, for this to be a 4 at this stage of the game, you definitely got a great insight there with those 5 stages of grief. Love it.
What is that out of?
Out of 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Come on. This is out of 5, appreciation of author's choices. Again, just by putting Yoshimoto in a couple of these sentences moves it to a 4.
Okay.
Okay. Again, this is out of 5. That's organization and development. With 5 stages of grief, you've already got it organized really well. The development is pretty darn good too. I think it could go further. It could possibly, I mean, these scores, you could, this is potentially a top band paper, you know, 24, 23 out of 25. I mean, that's really, really good. And it's got the potential to do it. I know you could write it. So, language, it's just that it's that introduction. Those first 2 paragraphs are not precise.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's probably going to roll in as a 3.
Okay.
So again, what I'm telling people is this is me showing you, if this paper showed up on my doorstep and I'm the examiner for this written assignment and I don't know you, because of course I wouldn't, because I'm not sent my students papers, these are the scores that I think this paper would receive.
Okay.
And I kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm usually not off by more than 2. This doesn't mean that these are the grades. This is the grade you're going to get for your semester of work. Okay? That's where I have some discretion, and what I'm telling people is if they've done their work and they've turned it in on time, they're starting with a 5. And depending on the quality of their work and their dedication to revising it, that moves it up into 6 and 7.
Okay.
You know? So don't worry about your semester grade. And if this is the paper you want to revise, then awesome. I think it's really good. And could be even better.
Okay.
But
so I should revise it anyway, right? To
Yeah.
get a better grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did in the other
Yeah.
one.
Exactly. Okay, cool. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay. How are the reflections graded? Not the reflections, the reader response.